What's up, my mind your money business folks? It's me yet again with another video on today's stock market news. And as always, hopefully you're in the market and not trying to time the market, because that is simply impossible to do. So let's see what happened today. So it says here, Nasdaq eyes record close as investors shake off tariff threats. Bitcoin touches latest record. So let's see what happened. So it says U.S. stocks rose modestly on Monday as Wall Street braced for a turbulent week as renewed trade tensions injected uncertainty ahead of a key inflation report and the first wave of second quarter earnings. So the S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average drifted about 0.2% higher, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq composite added around 0.4%. So meanwhile, Bitcoin spiked above $123,000 for the first time as investors greeted the open of Congress Crypto Week. But the asset dropped back near $120,000 later in the day. So stocks with crypto ties also rallied as the House of Representatives weighs three key pieces of crypto-related legislation. So early in the day, investors showed a diminished appetite for risk after President Trump said Saturday that the U.S. will impose 30% tariffs on goods from the EU and Mexico from August 1. The increased pressure on key U.S. trading partners is testing the market's previous reliance in the face of escalating tariff tensions. Faith in the idea that Trump will back off from threatened hikes helped lift stocks to all-time highs last week. Officials from the EU and Mexico are pushing to continue negotiations with the U.S. in hopes of securing a lower rate via a new deal. The high tariffs as they stand are seen as likely to remake global trade relations and add to existing inflationary pressures. That adds uncertainty ahead of consumer inflation data scheduled for release this week. So investors are looking to the June CPI report for signs of how earlier rounds of tariffs are impacting prices across the U.S. economy. So the reading will feed into expectations for the Fed's decision on interest rate due in just over 2 weeks. So meanwhile, Trump ratcheted up tensions with Russia over the war in Ukraine on Monday, threatening to impose secondary tariffs of up to 100% on the country. He also said the U.S. would provide weapons to Ukraine. So earnings season kicks into a swing this week with all major U.S. banks due to report results starting on Tuesday. So investors are showing interest in IPO and M&A markets, while Wells Fargo reports after being freed from a decade of stringent regulatory restrictions. Yeah. So pretty much inflation data, big bank earnings, and Netflix results are what to watch for this week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Yep. So let's see what happened with some stocks today. Palantir had a good day. Palantir gained $7.05, which is really good, closing out at $149.15. My information technology ETF FTEC actually lost 0.04%. Lost 4 cents. It lost 4 cents today, closing out at $199.37. My S&P 500 ETF SPLG gained 15 cents today, closing out at $73.50. Nvidia lost 85 cents today, closing out at $164.07. Broadcom gained $1.22 today, closing out at $275.60. Tesla gained $3.39 today, closing out at $316.90. Meta gained $3.41 today, closing at $720.92. Apple lost $2.54, closing at $208.62. Yeah, that's it, people. That's it. As always, invest if you can. If you don't, I mean, the choice is yours to make. Not everyone does it, but if you want to do so on a better and greater scale, make sure you get out of debt if you're in debt. Get out of the personal loan debt. Get out of the car loan debt. Get out of the credit card debt. Get out of student loan debt. And the only way that you can get out of debt is by creating a plan. And that plan is called a budget. So create your budget. Start the snowball effect. Get out of debt. Once you get out of debt, create 3 to 6 months of living expenses called an emergency fund. Fund your kids' college fund if you have kids. Invest up to 15% of your income into your retirement. Pay off your mortgage if you have one. If you don't have one, I suggest saving up to 20% down payment on the home. Finance that home for 15 years. And now all that money that you have free access to because you're debt free except for your mortgage, start tackling your mortgage. Pay that mortgage off in 5-7 years. And then after that, you can do whatever you want to do with your money. You can live more abundantly. You can give more. You can travel more. You can buy things with cash because you're sitting on a lot of it. You can retire early if you choose to do so. You can start a new career field. You can start a new business on the side. You have options. That's one thing. Being in control of your life is the options that are available to you. They can be unlimited. But either way, the choice is yours. So I'm going to end this video here. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. If you think anything at all, think, keyword. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. So any and all information on my channel is for entertainment purposes only, and it reflects my opinions. So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money. So all right, so you guys take care. Have a blessed day. Continue to be well and do well. Peace.